Hello Christo Ananth channel members, viewers and subscribers, very good day to you all. So I am really happy to meet you all once again, this time with a genuine review of a Scopus index journal. The name of the journal is Revista de Gestão Social e Ambiental. So it is actually environmental and social management journal. This is what we translated out of this journal. So in this video, we'll identify how long will this journal remain in the Scopus indexing database, and we'll also identify whether this journal is currently indexed in the Scopus database, Web of Science database, ABDC journal list, and UGC CARE group list. We'll also discuss about the submission charges, processing charges, or maybe publication charges associated with this journal. So maybe if we try to submit a paper in the relevant fields, how long will this journal take to publish our research paper? We'll try to find out. We'll also try to find out what are the relevant fields where we can submit a research paper. So without wasting much of our time, let us go straight into the review of Revista de Gestão Social e Ambiental. So this is the name of the journal we are talking about. It is Revista de Gestão Social e Ambiental. So if you see the translation, the English translation of this Brazilian word, it is actually Environmental and Social Management Journal. Please note that if you are trying to search for Environmental and Social Management Journal in any of the indexing databases, you will not be getting the relevant search result. You have to type only the Brazilian name. So when we search for the Google, you will get the relevant search result. So the first search result, we believe it as the original website or maybe the genuine website. And down you can see Sai Imago J are discussing about this one. We have some indexing databases which have relevant information about this particular journal. So what we are going to do, we are directly going into the first website. So the genuine website is rgsa.mnuens.com.br/ the name of the journal, RGSA. Okay, so here you can see the ISSN number being displayed, and they have mentioned that this journal accepts articles in Portuguese, English and Spanish language. Please note that areas related to social and environmental management and company policies, then definitely they will try to accept the paper. Also they have mentioned that according to the Qualis, this is the Brazilian ranking 2017 to 2020. So it has obtained A3 for the following areas like public and business administration, accounting and tourism, biodiversity, all related to environmental sciences. We have psychology, sociology as well. And here down you can see the current issue. So when we browse through the current issue, we can see that average number of articles being published, not low, not very high even. So here they have mentioned it as a Q4 journal, for geography, planning and development. When you see the scope of the journal, so sustainable approaches and practices, environmental management in organizations, environmental and social management in various sectors, environment and society. So if, as you see, all related to environment, all related to ecology, all related to geography. So if your research paper falls in these fields, then you can submit your research paper. Again, I am reminding our channel members. So if you try to submit some other field, maybe they try to happen. Maybe multidisciplinary, something related to management, they are trying to accept your paper. So maybe there might be a chance it might be published, but you will never get an assurance that it will be indexed in the Scopus database. So please be really careful with this one. So when we go through the editorial board section, we are getting the information about the editor-in-chief. The ORCID link has been mentioned, but email ID could have been mentioned. Also in the scientific committee, we can see more of the Brazilian people here. Even in the editorial board, even more Brazilian people. We could not find more of the international editorial board members. Also we are not getting email ID or maybe ORCID ID. This is actually a primary requirement to obtain the ISSN for a journal, which we are not finding here. So how to submit, there is no particular details, but of course you have to register for your account, then log in with your details. Of course you have to submit your paper with all complete affiliation and your email ID, ORCID ID. Suppose if you have an institutional email ID even, please try to mention. Your paper will go for a double blind peer review process, and definitely if accepted, they will be asking you for the charges. So in the author guidelines, they have mentioned that you can have maximum of 8 authors per article, and the references mentioned in your article should follow the APA style. So you can submit your research paper in MS Word or maybe rich text format, and it should not exceed 2 MB. About the font styles, it should be Times New Roman, 12 point, single spaced and justify. The paper should have a minimum limit of 14 pages and a maximum limit of 17 pages, including tables, notes and references. Make sure that your tables, graphs and figures should be clear cut in the main document, and make sure that you check the plagiarism of your research paper with the Turnitin software. That should not exceed 10% for your safe level. As we can see the archive section, every month they are trying to publish your research papers. Also, you should note that on an average, like 50-50 chance only. Maybe your article maybe 50% accepted or maybe 50% rejected. So please don't expect whatever you try to submit will not be accepted. When we browse through the contact section, we are just getting an email ID. We are not getting an address with the proper full complete affiliation details with PIN code. So this is the section that everybody would like to look for. About the publication charges, the journal is not charging any amount as a submission fee, but for publication of the articles, they are going to charge 790 in Brazilian currency, that is approximately 13,000 in Indian rupees. But for foreign authors, they are charging $550 US. So $550 in Indian rupees, roughly it will account to 44,000. And also when we inquire through the agents, through the backdoor, through the associations, they are charging the same amount, but the paper goes through a rigorous peer review process before being accepted. And the average time between submission till publication is approximately 4 to 5 months. So they have mentioned the indexing and abstracting in Scopus Elsevier, Sci-Imago JR. Okay, others all I'm not much more interested because it is normal indexing databases. We can see Google Scholar. Also we can see that this journal is indexed in the EBSCO-host. The journal looks fine. So we'll try to check for the journal information. First of all, in Sci-Imago journalrank.com. So here we have searched for Revista de Gestão Social e Ambiental. So please note that do not type the English name. So you type the Brazilian name. You can see the country Brazil, and subject area and category, please note it is environmental science, social science. Okay, so these fields you please submit your research paper. Other than that, please do not submit. And we can see the publisher information. H index is just 6. Okay, so we can see the same ISSN number being displayed. So we can see coverage years 2013 till last year. Information, the home page has been mentioned. How to publish in this journal has been mentioned. So if you go through the home page or maybe how to publish in this journal, it is pointing to the exact link what we reviewed earlier. Also there is a Gmail ID which is associated. Instead of this email ID, I suggest you to please visit the contact section of the website. Contact them, you will get the relevant reply. So you can see the scope of the journal. You can see what fields they are aligned to, and you can see up to 2022, the last year, it is Q4 type of journal. So as you can see, geography, planning, development, management, monitoring, policy, law, every fields that are aligned to this particular journal. So we can see the 2-year, 4-year and 5-year statistics of this journal. So down you can see the comment section. There is only one comment, and they have asked about the journal information. So not much more specific, and there are not many comments, which is a very good sign with the Scopus Index journal. So we have seen in Sci-Imago JR. Of course we will check in scopus.com. So here I have already logged into my account. Here we can go into sources and the title being selected. Okay, so we can copy paste the title. Okay, and then we can click on find sources. So when we went through the search results, we are getting one search result, Revista de Gestão Social e Ambiental. So site score is 0.4, citations is just 45. Okay, we see 100 odd documents here, and percentage cited is just 31. Okay, so it's fairly a low score, but it's okay. Okay, so we can see the name of the journal 2013 till present. Okay, publisher we can see same, ISSN the same ISN number. We can see social sciences, environmental science only. Okay, so please note that management, monitoring, policy and law comes within environmental science, so that you should please note it down. And here there is no home page. Okay, so with Scopus we are not trying to verify, and in Scopus content coverage you can see 36 odd documents in 2023 up to June 2023. Okay, so average you can see from 2013. Okay, they started out well, like average 20 documents, and in recent years we can see 50 odd documents right now in the Scopus database. Okay, which means that it's a very good sign, okay, that the journal will still continue in the Scopus database for long. Okay, so as far as 50 documents within a year is indexed, there is no problem with the Scopus indexing. So we'll try to check in the master journal list.clarivate.com, the same journal we are searching, okay, but unfortunately we are not getting the relevant search result, which means that this journal is not indexed in the Web of Science database. Similarly, in the ABDC, Australian Business Deans Council, we are searching for this particular journal and we are pressing the enter, okay, so we are not getting the relevant search result. There are no journals that match these parameters, so which means that this journal is not in the ABDC journal list. But if you try with the UGC CARE journal list, okay, they have clearly mentioned that Scopus journals, Arts and Humanities Citation Index Journal, AHCI, SCIE, SSCI, all these journals comes under UGC CARE list group 2 journals. You can also check with the delisted journals, but we have already checked that this journal does not fall in the delisted journals, which means that this journal is present in the UGC CARE group 2. So please do not try to search for the journal in the UGC CARE list group 1. It does not fall into, okay, so that is a separate list, and UGC CARE list group 2 is a separate list, and this journal is indexed in the UGC CARE list group 2. So we can see that this journal has been very genuine with regards to Scopus indexing database. We believe that it will continue forward in the years to come, and the vertically aligned papers will definitely be indexed in the Scopus database. About the publication fee, they are charging in the website $550. That is the same what we have inquired with the agents, associations and third parties even, that is $550, which is approximately like 44,000 in Indian rupees. Average time between submission till publication is approximately 4 to 5 months. So this journal has been indexed in the Scopus database, not indexed in the Web of Science, not indexed in the ABDC journal list, but indexed in the UGC CARE group 2. So if you have any clarification, questions or queries, please share them in the comment section. Very rarely you find social media platforms discussing a very genuine review about a Scopus, Web of Science, SCI and UGC CARE group journals, and we are proud to share that we are one among them. So if you have any positive experience or maybe negative experience, please share them in the comment section. And of course, if you have come across any journal that we would like to have a genuine review, of course, please post them in the comment section. So see you then in another interesting yet genuine review of a Scopus, Web of Science, SCI, ISI or maybe UGC CARE journals. Till then, collaboration is everything.